Hey y'all, I'm Kathy. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back. Follow along as my family heads to Paris for our daughter's 18th birthday. Our snacks are packed, the bed is made, and we're headed to make our first connection at a small regional airport. We had a really tight connection I was concerned about, but it worked out when our first flight was rerouted to a different airport with a longer layover. God is good, y'all. It worked out perfectly. It was a long flight, so I had to get ready for the night, take my contacts out. They served us dinner, which I chose the vegetarian option, and it was really good. We were settling in for the night, trying to get a few hours sleep. The next morning, did not get much sleep, so put on my eye patches, tried to wake up a little bit, had a little bit of breakfast before we got off the plane and headed to CDG. And that airport, y'all, was just as crazy and confusing as everyone said it was. We called an Uber to our hotel, which was about 45 minutes with traffic from the airport. We stayed right in the city center near the Eiffel Tower, so it was perfect for walking. Our hotel was great, had a little kitchen, a sitting area, separate bedroom, and it was just ideal for a family so that you could have people in different areas without waking people up if someone was sleeping, or if you just wanted to be in the kitchen and have a little coffee. I got up every morning before everybody else and just made some coffee, looked out the window. The view was so pretty, and just had a few moments to myself. There was a little reading nook with a chair. My daughter liked to read there, and it was just a great place. Definitely recommend that hotel. It was in walking distance to the Eiffel Tower, just a few minutes. So we headed out after just dropping our bags off, having a quick little nap, and went to the Eiffel Tower. Walked through a cute little street market, which reminded me a lot of New York City and the markets they have there. It was really cute. Took our pictures in front of the Eiffel Tower, and it was just so pretty. Lots of people out having picnics. The weather was absolutely perfect. We explored after that, walked along the Seine River, explored a lot of different streets. There's a secret little area I had read about for pictures that was just as beautiful as everyone had said. Definitely recommend finding this street if you're going. The pictures there are absolutely amazing, and it's a little bit crowded, but people are super nice, and you can just wait your turn. My son was set on finding a Lego set that is sold out in the United States. And there were 6 Lego stores within our area, and thank the Lord the first one we went to had it, because we walked 3 miles there and I had to walk 3 miles back. We finally had dinner at a cute little cafe, the best French onion soup, and Victoria had a crepe, Braden had a burger, I think Jason had a crepe too. But it was just the cutest little cafe, and people were super nice, and the view was just so pretty, and it felt really good to just sit down after walking. I think in the end we ended up walking 12 miles that very first day, another 12 miles the second day. We were out so long that, as you can see, the Eiffel Tower was lit up, and my son is still carrying that humongous Lego set. They would take turns carrying it because it was just so big. Headed back to the hotel, got some sleep. It's the next day, had a little coffee, and headed down to the hotel lobby to get breakfast. I had paid for breakfast for the week, so we could just eat there out of convenience. You can see some of these pictures of the food. It was really good. I love cheese and olives, and that was totally up my alley. The kids went for the bacon and the Nutella and the donuts and things like that. But there really was something for everyone, and I definitely recommend just going ahead and buying the breakfast. It's expensive, but it's very convenient and worth it. They have a little orange juice machine with fresh squeezed orange juice, a coffee machine where you can do espresso or all sorts of different things, and we looked forward to that every morning. It definitely saved us on paying for an Uber to go somewhere else or trying to figure out where to go. It was just nice being able to go downstairs every morning and doing that. We headed out for another day of exploring. You can see we're so close to the Eiffel Tower from our hotel. It was just great being able to just walk right out, see the Seine River. In fact, you could see the Seine River from our hotel window, and that was so pretty, watching the boats come in every night with the lights, and it was just really beautiful. We did some more sightseeing, had to do all the things. My daughter wanted to go to the Louis Vuitton store, so we went in there, and she got a little treat for her birthday. She picked out a really pretty scarf with the Eiffel Tower on it. You can see my son there is super bored. This sweet guy was getting my daughter something to drink while she shopped, and she just had a really fun time. This was actually not on her birthday, but a few days before it. And she had such a great time. We went to La Durée, got some macarons. I got a cute little coffee cup to take home. And I'm not a huge fan of macarons, but they were definitely better in Paris than anywhere else. I will say that. We enjoyed trying different flavors. I actually really don't like raspberry, but the raspberry ended up being my favorite. And I thought the filling inside was really fresh and really good. We went to Tiffany's just to see how it compared to the one in New York. Went to Monoprix, which is sort of like their version of a Target. Went to lots of little bakeries and had so many croissants and different things. I love sitting outside at all the tables. It was just so pretty. People watching. Of course, my daughter had to get a baguette. She took that all over Paris. She loved the eclairs. I loved the croissants. It was just so pretty watching all the people, and I did a lot of just sightseeing, seeing so many different things. And the Galerie Lafayette, I'm not sure I'm saying that right, but if you go, you need to go to the very top to the terrace. It's free to go to the top. And the view, I really thought was better than in the Eiffel Tower. This was completely free, and you can see everywhere. These videos and pictures don't do it justice. That's the inside, and it's absolutely gorgeous. Then we started walking back, went to the cutest little grocery store with peaches. They were delicious. A flower stand. Found an Aldi. Went in there just to look. We ended up not buying anything at that particular store, but it was neat to see how it compared to the United States. Went to another restaurant for dinner. My son had to get another burger. I tried the pizza. It was pretty good. The French onion soup was still my favorite meal that I had. You can see the view from our window. It really is pretty. Oh, there's the peaches. And it was just such a good trip. So I definitely recommend going, do your research before you go, book a hotel with air conditioning. I definitely recommend getting the breakfast at the hotel. I just thought it was so convenient. Yes, it was a little bit expensive for the breakfast, but the convenience was really nice. Here we are getting an Uber. We were so tired at this point. We Ubered to the Louvre because we had been walking 12 miles a day, and I just thought, you know what, y'all, we're gonna Uber. We did end up walking back, but we did Uber there, and that was such a cool experience. We walked actually 3 miles inside the Louvre. It's that big, and we still probably only saw a fourth of it. Saw the Mona Lisa, a lot of biblical artifacts that were so cool. A little bit hard to find, but several employees helped us find it. Definitely recommend mapping that out before you go, better than I did. I thought that it would be a little easier to find, but it was not at all. So definitely map that out before you go. Another little restaurant near the Louvre. I got a pasta dish that really wasn't my favorite, but I should have known better than ordering that in Paris. Exploring the streets again, you can see a little pharmacy. They have a lot of great little beauty products there. Definitely recommend checking that out. It was just a really beautiful place, and it was fun seeing it all walking. Here's Notre Dame. It's a very long line. My daughter and I actually went in for Mass. You have to have your shoulders covered, so they gave her a shawl. And that was a really pretty experience. You can see right here is the side of it. And then later that night, my daughter and I decided to get some sorbet and ice cream and enjoy it at the Eiffel Tower. Towards the end of the trip was my daughter's birthday, and if you know me, you know I had to set up for her birthday, even in another country. We had breakfast at the hotel, more pancakes and pastries and Nutella for the kids, and more cheese and olives and yogurt for me, and my husband and son love the bacon and eggs. My daughter came back and we opened some presents. She was ready for the day, and had to fill up our water bottles at the hotel before we headed out for her photo session. And the boys ran into a car show, which they absolutely loved, and she was so excited about her photo session. If you go, I definitely recommend it. I do wish I had booked a longer session. He was so much better than I ever envisioned. We had some more crepes, and then we headed out on a Seine River cruise that I booked, and it was so fun to see the city by boat. It was wonderful seeing it on the other side, and it was just really pretty. So I definitely recommend doing that if you're going. It's such a good way to see the city, and it's really beautiful, and it pretty much covers all the major sites, and then it wraps back around and comes the other way. Then we headed out for a birthday dinner, and they even sang to her happy birthday in French. Brought her a little dessert with a candle. There's a little water station in the city. As we were walking back, filled up our water bottles, stopped for more fruit. My son loved seeing the Spider-Man movie coming out sign. My daughter tried to get her birthday Starbucks, but did not work in Paris, so we just paid for it. She was really excited and said it was really good. Later that night, we went up into the Eiffel Tower to the second floor. You can see the views and how high up it is. My son and I did not really care for the height, but they loved it. And it was so pretty. And we got to see it twinkle, and we had never seen that before. So that was definitely something really exciting to see on our birthday, to see it twinkle for 5 minutes on the hour at dark. Then we finished the day off with a picnic with fruit and baguettes for her birthday. You can see her 18 candles. And then the next morning, another breakfast, and we Ubered to the airport. CGG was much easier to navigate leaving than it was coming, in my opinion. You can see the waiting area. And then we boarded the plane, headed to our first connection, and headed back to Atlanta. It's a pretty long flight, but I stayed busy. They slept, I read, and it was a great trip, y'all.